Hello folks, it is Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. The temperature is 86 Fahrenheit, 30 Celsius. I just got off the subway at 5th Avenue and I'm gonna walk Central Park today. How's everyone doing? Here comes another train. And another one. Let's see how many people get off this train. Right now the time is 5:15 p.m. Anyway, folks, let's get this walk started, shall we? Let's do it. Bye-bye, train. L. St. Clair saying nice face covering. Yes, it's my custom Action Kid mask. You can look at it. I've also got a few other ones. I just got the samples yesterday. All right. Gonna go this way. I'll show you the other ones once I get into the park. Yeah, I like these face coverings. They did a great job with the design. They're a little bit tight around the ears and it's not too easily adjustable, but it still works well. I got the other ones here. Here's this one, the I Love Action Kid mask. I've got the I Travel With Action Kid mask. And I've got the other one. Which is the I Walk With Action Kid mask. And then the one I'm wearing, which is the map design. Over here. Yeah, they're all available for sale in my Teespring store. How much are there? I think they're $12.99 in the Teespring store plus shipping. Depends where you are too in the world. I know for US, that's how much it is in the store. William Ray, they are washable. How about I wear all of them now, just so you can see them? Because people are interested in them. All right. So here's this one, the map design. And now the I Love Action Kid design. then I travel with Action Kid Design. And then the last one, which is I walk with Action Kid Design. But yeah, these are totally unique. I don't know. You like all the different designs. Put these all down so you can see them all. All right. Here we go. They're one size. I think I'll wear this one today. The link to buy the mask should be in my Teespring store. It should be linked below the video or next to it. You can find it in the description or near it somewhere. All right, we're going into Central Park now. Here's a statue of Jose Marti. I'll go this way into Central Park. By the way, all the information kiosks and visitor centers are closed in Central Park. Hard to believe that there's so few tourists out that they have to do that. Russ Long, thank you for $2.99. Appreciate it. Whoa, that was a rat. Did you see that? This is 5:23 p.m. and there's a rat here. My goodness. Anyway, folks, thank you for the $2.99. Appreciate it. Hello, rat with a bushy tail. Tree rat. Whoa! What'd you get there? Yummy, yummy, yummy. All right, Drago NYC, thank you for joining my membership, the Panda level. Appreciate it so much, dude. Any more nuts? Jaden Effa, you hate that you can't get the membership on Apple. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that has to do with the licensing agreements between Google and Apple. They each want a cut of their money, so they're not going to bend over to each other too easily. It's a nice little area, like a tree house. I think many people just pass by this and don't even know it's here. They go to the lower level Central Park and they just pass by right here. Danny, I don't know about your channel, so stop spamming it. If people want to watch your channel, they'll go to it. Whoa, I just noticed something. Someone was drinking Blue Moon under here. All right, let's get out of here now. Go this way. This bird is so noisy. Be quiet. What are they doing? This was Twitter before Twitter became a thing. Grace Joy, that will be a starling. The starling came back over there too. And these are sparrows. And that is a rock dove, otherwise known as the pigeon. Whoa, look at this. They're doing something here. I'm gonna try to get out of these people's shot because I don't want to disrupt them. So let's get down this rock safely. I just entered Central Park, folks, and I'm already doing some rock climbing. By the time this live stream is over, I'll probably be incapacitated or something. I should have gone the other way, this way. By the way, free washable mask here on this rock. I'm sure you can still use it, just take it and then wash it. Sky Bloom saying yuck mask. You wouldn't even use it after washing it? All right. Here's another bird. This one's the American robin, and the robin flew away already. Caden's asking if Broadway's still in the dark. Yes, it is. It will be in the dark until next year, at least. So I'm about to approach the Central Park Loop. This goes all the way around Central Park. It goes around for about 6 miles. Thank you, LA, for £2. You're watching from the UK. Thank you. Appreciate it. While the sun's bright.
Good to meet you.
Hello, white doggy. I always hate crossing over this loop road. It's annoying, to be honest. Anyway, folks, Central Park is not the largest park in New York City. The largest park in New York City has to go to Pelham Bay Park. Central Park is the 5th largest park in New York. And it was created from 1857 to 1876. It was designed by Frederick Law Olmsted and Calvert Vaux for their Greenswards plan. In fact, New York City didn't even have plans for this park to be built when they made the street grid. It was only because they had the foresight, they knew that the city was expanding northward, that they reserved land for a public park. That's probably why they built this park. Unfortunately, the construction of this park wasn't without controversy too. There were people who were living here, most notably the Seneca Village settlement, and many of those people had to move. They were forced to by eminent domain. But this park is all man-made, folks. What is that squirrel have in its mouth? Is that string? That doesn't look appetizing. Yeah, this squirrel agrees. It's not appetizing. Spit it out. Yucky. I see a lot of people here relaxing, sitting on the lawn, sitting in the shade. Kenneth asking what are the top 5 largest parks in New York. I think that'll have to be Pelham Bay Park, number 1. Number 2 is Van Cortlandt Park. Number 3 might be Flushing Meadows, Corona Park. And the 4th one, not really sure about the 4th one. 4th one is probably one in Staten Island. Suzanne 05 asking which one is my favorites. My favorite park is actually not one of those top 5. That would be Astoria Park. Which, as a matter of fact, I was studying an old map of 1891 of Queens, and I saw that Astoria Park used to be between Grand Avenue, which is today's 30th Avenue, and Newtown Avenue. And this was not mentioned on any kind of information site at all. Wikipedia didn't have this information. There's no place online. I just had to study the map, and I was noticing, hey, why is Astoria Park in this location? And they had an Astoria Park in 1891 between Grand Avenue and Newtown Avenue. Today it's between Hoyt Avenue and Ditmars Boulevard. Formerly Ditmars Boulevard was called Ditmars Avenue. So that's pretty neat to know. So anyway, this is an interesting area over here. There's people here like rock climbing here. It's called the Rat Rock. I don't know why it's called Rat Rock. I think it's a really bad name for it. There are rumors that because there's a lot of rats there that they called it Rat Rock. Yeah, it's not rat climbing, it's rock climbing. But the rock is actually called Rat Rock, if you look it up. But it's right across from the baseball fields. I'm over by the west side of Central Park now. I find it very interesting in the quality of cell phone signal between the different areas of New York City that I walk through. I was in Pelham Bay Park a few days ago by Orchard Beach, right by the sand, and the signal quality was perfect. As soon as I went in a little bit and got some trees in the way, the signal dropped and the quality got really bad. But here in Central Park, I'm surrounded by trees and the signal quality is fine. So I don't really know what's going on. Joe Hernandez saying, using Verizon. Yes, I am. Today I'm using Verizon. I did read that lately people have been having trouble with Verizon in New York City. And there was like a expert who commented that it's because of people staying home using their data plan instead of their Wi-Fi that the signal performance throughout the area is degrading, but who really knows what the reason is? I find that signal quality fluctuates really depending where you are. It doesn't matter which of the cell phone providers you have. If there's no service there or it's bad in one area, then it's going to be bad. It's also worse because the cell phone carriers, a lot of their signals overlap with each other too, so they may interfere with each other's signals and mess it up. Okay, folks, I am about to pass by the entrance of Sheep Meadow. Sheep Meadow's got a lot of history to it. First off, the name. There actually used to be sheep here grazing in the meadow. That's why it's called Sheep Meadow. But I like Sheep Meadow, especially going here for picnics and meeting people. Nice and wide. This meadow is over 15 acres. And it was originally designed as a parade ground. Why did they take out the sheep? Because I guess it wasn't profitable to have sheep here anymore. But the last sheep was removed in 1934. Back in the 70s, Sheep Meadow used to be very bad. There were like holes all over the place. Central Park was pretty much in tatters. It wasn't until like the mid 80s that Central Park really started to turn around. And Central Park actually banned the use of recreation sports here. You couldn't do any more soccer, football, volleyball here because that really ruined the meadow and the surface. Because of that, time has allowed this meadow to heal, and now it's a beautiful grass field. Does this water fountain work? Let's find out. Where's the button? Oh, it's on the other side. I gotta drink from this way. I'm gonna let the water run for like a few seconds and then drink the water. Ah, great water. Feels great to be drinking it. Yep, you gotta follow the animals. Next time, watch your dog, if you have a dog, and see which water the dog prefers. The fresh water or the water that's been in the dog bowl overnight, or a running faucet. I'm pretty sure that dog will run right over to the faucet for that fresh water rather than the stale water, because they know. Sheep Meadow is so nice. I'm so happy to see people out here relaxing, having a good time, exercising. It's a very different vibe than, say, Midtown Manhattan right now, where there's barely any office workers there. And also the hustle and bustle of the city. You got some people here doing a picnic, someone with a baby stroller, some bicycles there upside down. Alex saying that's a big meadow. Yep. I'm sure the sheep were very happy here grazing on this meadow. And by the way, take a look at this view. All right. Okay, number one, that person shouldn't be riding their bicycle on here. There's a pedestrian path. They're only allowed on the loop road and also the 72nd Street transverse. And number two, I didn't have to move for him, but I did. Anyway, take a look at some of those super tall skyscrapers of Billionaires Row. Some of them, they look like super thin pencils. And many people hate the designs because it ruins the skyline. And there are many proposals to stop the construction of these towers because they said they would cast a long shadow over Central Park and people hated the sight of them. And I kind of have to agree that it does ruin the skyline. Darrell saying thin but expensive. Dwayne's asking how those thin skyscrapers survive the wind. They've done their math, they've done their engineering, believe me. If you look at how they constructed those buildings, there's a few YouTube channels that talk about it, but I was watching one and they said that they actually put something in the building so that it would move with the wind so it doesn't bend over from the construction and the wind when it blows. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right, now I'm walking over to the Central Park Mall. Henrik saying the former City Court building had problems with the wind. Oh yes, I made a whole video about it pretty much when I was walking 53rd Street. But basically there's this guy, Lemaitre. He designed and architected the building, and there was a student who was doing her thesis paper who asked the question, hey Lemaitre, how come this building doesn't topple over from the wind? And then Lemaitre found out he made a grave mistake and rushed to repair the building because there was a storm coming. And it was a very controversial thing to do. Well, if you'd like to see that video, you can check out the 53rd Street video. All right, here is the Central Park Mall, or the entrance to it. There's a lot of interesting sculptures here. You can see a lot of statues from like fairy tales and mythical creatures. Here there's a ram and 2 eagles, I think. This one was presented by G.W. Burnham, MDCCCLXIII. All right, let's go to the mall now. And by the way, folks, this is not a mall where you go shopping. This is an open mall. where you can walk and goes all the way to the Bethesda Fountain and Terrace. Here's a bust of Victor Herbert, 1859 to 1924. Don't know what he's famous for. And Montgomery, the Alice in Wonder statue is somewhere to the right. I think past the Ramble, there's the Alice in Wonderland statue. Now this statue over here to the front of me is someone you should recognize if you have any knowledge of music. This guy, his name is da-na-na-na, na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Beethoven. Of course, I'd probably have to shout at him because he's probably deaf and can't hear me. Right, Beethoven? All right. Beethoven is the daddy of music. Robert Parker, you were thinking Mozart. Yeah, Mozart was Beethoven's daddy. But the big daddy was Beethoven, because I think more people respected Beethoven and were playing Beethoven's music for a lot longer than Mozart. All right. I think I'll go underneath. Ramona thought it was John Bon Jovi. Cafe Logis, you thought it's Jesus. I think Jesus is the musical genius we all need to look up to. Fiona M, thank you for €5. Thanks for this. I really enjoy your videos with Tom. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I think Tom is doing another tour with Sarah Funk on July 15th. So you can check that out. Oh, I gotta move out of here. They're taking pictures. Oh, wow. Tripod too with external light. Take a look at the ceiling. So extravagant. This is the Bethesda Arcade. Also has great acoustics. That's why people play music here and sing. And look at this. This is the Bethesda Fountain. And we have a plaque here for the Navy Terrace, honoring those people who served during the World Wars. Oh yes, this is the Home Alone 2 location, where Kevin meets the Pigeon Lady. Pigeon Lady comes here and I think Kevin says, you need to find a meaning. Yeah, Home Alone 2 is a very iconic movie for New York. Let's see how the water is. I hope it's not completely green like Prospect Park a few weeks ago. Or maybe it was a week. I'm gonna go over here now to the Central Park Ramble. In America 3, we're at $9.99. We appreciate your videos, live streams, knowledge about New York City. Thanks for your consistency. That is a hard thing to do as you do it, as often as you do it. You deserve all the success. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Whoa, what's going on with this mask? I didn't see this. I guess you gotta have it in the right way or else the white shows. I guess. There we go. I love this tree branch here. You see it? It goes all the way to the water. It even touches the water. Michael Chin with $3 saying nice mask. I appreciate it, man. In fact, let's switch the mask. Right now, I'm traveling with Action Kid. But instead of traveling with Action Kid now, I'm gonna love Action Kid. Let's wear another mask on top of this mask. Nope, can't do it. I gotta take this one off first. I'm not traveling with Action Kid anymore. I love Action Kid. I love myself. There we go. And now I don't love myself anymore. I hate myself. Not in that way though, but because I don't want to love myself anymore, I'm gonna travel with Action Kid. There we go. I travel with Action Kid. Instead of my mouth, I got a globe in front of my area where the mouth is. It is upside down? Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when I try to put it on. When I try to put it on and I'm looking at it from the camera's view and not a mirror. There we go. I was wondering why the globe was down there. Much better. B. Griffin, it's not hot in New York today. It's very comfortable, to be honest. Right now, I'm going to update you on the temperature. It is now 84 Fahrenheit. So comfortable. Joe Hernandez asking if you could buy them as a set. No, you can't. Because Teespring, you have to order each one individually. They print each mask separately. Here's the Bow Bridge, which normally is full of tourists at this time, but it's actually a little bit peaceful, enjoying Central Park without tourists, and now it's mostly just locals. But the Bow Bridge is famous for people coming here to get pictures, and pretty much every angle of this bridge you can get great views. By the way, I don't know if this camera picks it up, but take a look at the intricacy of the spider web. And how about this one? Hard to see. There's another popular spot to take pictures. It's hard to do right now because of the sun. All right, now I'm in the Central Park Ramble. This is the wooded section of Central Park. Here's a lot of bird watchers here. People come here to watch nature. They get to go to the lake point over there, which is pretty nice. I wouldn't recommend coming here late at night though. I had a very bad experience coming here late at night. There were random people walking around in the dark and told me to turn my flashlight off. So if that just gives you an idea of what's going on here at that time of day, then I advise you to keep that in mind. Francis Pascal with PHP 50. Can you fly a drone in Central Park? No, you can't. Jack says the video seems set up for me. Nope, it was not set up. I intended for that day to be a nice stroll through the Ramble to the Belvedere Castle, and that did not plan out the way I wanted it to. Here's a nice area overlooking the lake of Central Park. It's where I walk from, folks. Someone's saying Central Park can be dangerous in broad daylight also. Yes, it can be. You just gotta be aware of your surroundings. I'm hearing a blue jay. I think I'm getting close to the birding area. I like this birding area. It's always full of bird houses and people feeding them. I think the park does it, to be honest. A lot of photographers come over here. Where's this blue jay making all this noise? I think we're getting closer. Must be in this tree somewhere.
Yeah, I have to go back over there. I know exactly where it is. Right.
Where is this bird area? Must be over there, I think. I think it's over here. Well, close by.
telling the people jobs they wouldn't have otherwise.
Exactly.
And it
Yes, and
exposes.
it says I can do this without making everybody. I can without.
Joe is saying all the trees are full of raccoon dens. I haven't seen a raccoon yet during this stroll, but they are nocturnal. During my walk here at night, I did see a rat though. It went right back into the bushes as soon as I shone my flashlight on it. This squirrel thinks it's sneaky. Hey! I wonder what kind of other creatures we'll find here in this ramble. Am I gonna meet a wild tiger? And I still didn't find the birding area. That's kind of like the experience of the ramble though. That's why it's called the ramble, because you're supposed to just come in here and walk around and just discover new things as you walk through the woods. A lot of robins. Yeah, I think I lost my way to the birding trail. I think the birding trail is like back there somewhere to the right. But it's okay. I think I've got enough for the ramble. I've caught some nice birds over here. Let's check out where this red cardinal is. making all this noise.
It makes sense. Like it wouldn't work for everyone.
Where is this cardinal? Thank you, Vivian Bell, for $6.99. And my thank you just square that squirrel away. I'm sorry, squirrel. Hi from Canada. Can I become a member? Not sure how to become a member. Yes. You have to press the join button next to the subscribe button. All right, let's go. Oh, there's the red cardinal over there. Whoa, squeaky, squeaky. Oh, that pigeon just squared that rat away. Oh my goodness. Blue jays, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What? They're gonna catch. Look, they're gonna catch Sakina.
All right. Wow, that was amazing.
You got it on the phone?
Yeah, I did. I think I did. Wow, we've got every kind of bird and creature here. Rats, squirrels.
Making a movie?
Yeah, I'm doing a live video. Just walking through the Ramble in Central Park.
You caught the blue,
Yeah, the woodpecker.
right?
That was cool.
Look, this is one of the only sparrows, that does that.
Wow,
He's the only one.
that's crazy.
There's so many sparrows, they're all scared. He's the only one. Look at the cardinals over there.
Wow.
That one on the floor.
Oh yeah. Wow, you must come here all day.
Yeah.
They know you by name. Whoa. That squirrel's got the peanut.
Yeah. What?
Wow. These rats are not shy at all. They're hanging out with the squirrels and everything.
Look at this. Look at. Oh, he took one already.
Wow.
The rat, he comes up to me. He takes it out my hand.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is cool.
I'm waiting for the raccoon.
Yeah, I like to see that.
They'll be here later.
Whoa. Where's the raccoon? Comes out.
No, he come out later.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh, here's the blue jay.
Yeah.
Look, the rat's almost the same size as the squirrel.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You normally don't see rats in the day, but
No, they are.
oh, he's coming. This one. Okay.
Come on, puppy. Come here. Here, come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Look, you see him?
Wow.
Come here, puppy. Come here. Good boy.
Oh, the rat took it right out of your hand.
Yeah.
So cool.
I had one that used to come and climb all over my feet.
Wow.
Take it here like this.
All right. It was nice meeting you, man.
You too.
Take care.
You too. All right.
Maybe I'll come by later for the raccoon if I have
Yeah.
time. All right. Let's go now. Still on the ramble. You see, you never know what kind of people you'll meet in New York. Here's this guy. Here's this guy just feeding birds. And we did mention the pigeon lady at Home Alone near the Bethesda fountain back there. And now we have Peanut Man feeding the rats. The rat named Pappy, and we have the blue jays and the squirrels. I find it interesting, a rat's named Pappy. Pappy, come on. He's the person you want to be friends with when there's a zombie invasion, because he'll get all the wildlife to attack your attackers. All right. Hey. All right. Am I finally out of here yet? All right, here's Belvedere Castle. This was recently renovated after many years of disrepair. Oh, Benji, you corrected me. This is Belvedere, not Bethesda. I was thinking of the fountain. I don't know why I kept thinking Bethesda. 3D Planet 100 with $5. I'm your fellow walker from New Jersey. Always enjoy your walks. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. I'm gonna go over to the east side now. Here's an evergreen tree. El Saint Marie, thank you for joining the Red Panda membership. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Let's go this way. Here's a monument to Poland. King Jacello. Never noticed this statue quite prominently until today. King Jacello. From 1386 to 1434.
You go this way, you think?
All right, let's go this way and check out the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which does not have a reopening date yet. B. Griffin, you heard that the Statue of Liberty is reopening soon. I didn't hear that yet. Last I heard, there wasn't an opening date yet. Here's the Metropolitan Museum of Arts from the back side. See you, B. Griffin. Thanks for joining in. That looks like the Washington Monument, but it is not. That is Cleopatra's Needle, the oldest monument in New York City. Denise asking if New York City has a problem with homeless setting up in public parks. Yes, they definitely do. In fact, Central Park is closed overnight. I think Central Park closes at 2 in the morning. New skylights for the Metropolitan Museum. Bob and Go is saying, how's that enforced? And it actually closes at 1 a.m. Benji's out correcting me. They just send patrols in here, and then they notice someone in the park. They warn them to leave, or they give them a ticket, that's all.
Koliko mene jako brine da će nam to pustiti. Ovaj tebe su stvarno, nadam se da će
I'm not sure if the subway is going to resume overnight service in phase 4, Alex. I don't even know if phase 4 will happen from what's going on around the country. Passion Creativity asking if the borders are open again from tourists from EU. That, I don't know. I don't know when that's going to happen either. Right now it's getting a little bit scary what's going on throughout the world. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap around here and end the video at the front of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It's been already almost an hour and a half walking in Central Park.
No, all they've said so far is that definitely not before Labor Day. They came again, so much we won't say anything else.
Denise, I have done walks in Long Island. Not too many though. Some guys doing push-ups there in the grass. Pesticide. Robert Parker with $5, saying that was a great walk. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you appreciated it. I enjoyed this walk too. Right here is the 86th Street Transverse or Transverse. You can drive from one side of the park to the other underneath it. John Spears, they go under Central Park. The cars aren't allowed to drive in Central Park unless they have official business here. All right, this is a beautiful area to walk under. Looks like a movie. Movie set here in between two rows of trees. Oh, thank you. You like my mask? I've got the other ones too on me. I might as well plug them again since I have them on me. Here's the Metropolitan Museum of Art, which is not open yet. During normal times, I would recommend people to come here. It's the best museum in New York City, in my opinion. You can get lost there for days. $150 years. All right, folks, I'm gonna sign off now. Before I do, I'm gonna show my mask again. This one I got upside down, so I gotta turn it the other way around. Let me sit down here and show you. All right. I Love Action Kid, which is upside down. I Travel with Action Kid. Nope. Let me see if I can fit all of these in. Might be tight. This is the Action Kid map one. Ah! Nope. I think 3.5 masks is the most you could put on at one time. So, anyway, folks, if you like this stream, be sure to subscribe. If you haven't, consider becoming a member and leave a comment below. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.